Here, man. Let's get it going. Appreciate everybody tapping in with us, man. YouTube is in the building, Facebook in the building, Instagram in the building. We here, man. We gonna run this thing kind of similar. If y'all done been tapped into the Instagram, then y'all already know what time it is. Only thing missing, only thing missing is the hookah tonight, and I might go fire that up. Give me a little time. Um, but what we gonna do is,
Yo,
man,
yo,
we gonna
yo.
do Q&A. Um, Q&A. Send in the questions. I'm gonna try to pull them on the screen. If y'all want to submit a question, y'all got to be on YouTube to do it though, because it's not gonna let me pull the Instagram questions to the screen. But and yeah, we just gonna fire this thing off of the wall, man. Live action, live rounds. To my right, I got OT in the building with me.
We good. They know who it is. They know. They know. Y'all love me. Y'all know y'all love me sometimes.
Nah, man, it feel good to be back. I appreciate everybody that tapped in on that Saturday stream, man, where we talked about Cam Newton, man. We had a hell of a turnout over there. So I expect this to be no different. Um, let me see, man.
Yeah, Facebook good, YouTube good,
Everything is
IG good, everything good.
yeah. How's the audio coming in? Is it any echo? The YouTube channel is crew season. YouTube.com/crew season. Just want to make sure that it ain't no echo. They say the Facebook live good,
I'm gonna wake up.
Instagram
I'm gonna
live good.
take a little more sip of this beatbox. I'm gonna wake up. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Big game in the building with the 10 ball. I appreciate you, brother. He said I hear you trying to tell T to wake up.
Don't worry. About to wake up real quick.
My boy fresh out work, man. Y'all gotta cut us some slack, man. Yeah, we outside.
Got duty.
Let me see if I can cut it up a little bit more. I just don't want to bleed the speakers too much. But yeah. Okay. So like I said, y'all already know how we do this thing. Y'all can go ahead and start sending in questions, and then we gonna bring them up and try to knock them out, man. Hold on, let me see. Let's say where's the fourth member of your team, the light skinned gentleman, Kenny T? He on the latest part. Oh, y'all probably ain't seen the latest part yet. Well, if you got the app, episode 177 is now available on the app. Kenny T is on there. So if y'all ain't checked it out, make sure y'all download the app, man. That's at any app store. You got Apple, Android, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, whatever, man. It's there. So make sure that y'all tap into that. Episode 177 is now streaming. So if you're on Patreon or if you got the app, episode 177 is available. If not, then y'all gotta wait till Thursday. But bro is definitely back. Ricky in the building. What up, big dog?
Oh, Rick, what's good, baby?
Family in the building. Matt Watts in the building. What up, G? This gonna be one of the ones, man. Say when does it? It's gonna drop on Apple Thursday morning. Thursday morning. Matt Washington, appreciate you for the donation. Say y'all boys have a great show and a blessed night. You already know, brother. We here. We here, man. Daryl Long in the building. What up, G?
What's up, man? What's good? What's good?
All right. So without further ado, make sure y'all tap the like button wherever y'all watching from. If y'all not subscribed, make sure that y'all subscribe to the
At
channel,
least
man.
y'all can do. At least
We're
y'all
gonna
can
do more of these. We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing, man.
like.
So tap the like button. Make sure you subscribe. That's all I ask.
That's it.
And without further ado, let's go and get this thing rocking. First question, man, is from Jay Cruz. What up, Jay? He said, "You think men with kids and women with kids are viewed in different lights?" Oh, what you think about that? You talking about on the dating market? I would assume if a man got kids and a woman has kids, are they viewed in a different light?
No, I think we just make it that way. But more so, I think it's just more acceptance of a man having kids versus a woman. It's more accepted, but at the same time, there's plenty of men date women with kids. People date people with kids, like they both be having kids. So it's just a little, I guess you call it like a little asterisk mark, you want to call it. I mean, but naturally, some people just want to naturally start their own family. That's what it is. They just want to have their own foundation, not a plus one. So You know, it's a preference thing, and I don't think nothing's wrong with that. But the only reason why I think it's frowned upon more is just I don't know. I wanna say men take it more serious, but then got a lot of men out here wilding too, so
I don't know, I think it's viewed differently. For one, men get less flack for having kids. Let's just put that on the table. Um, I feel like it's viewed differently because typically the woman is the primary caregiver for the kids, which means that the kids are typically staying at her house most of the time. So if I'm a man walking into that situation, I gotta accept the fact that more times than not, when I go over there, the kids is gonna be there. In comparison to, let's say, a man has kids, again, typically the woman is the primary she has primary custody typically. So you know, I got if I got kids, my kids is at my baby mama house. When she come over, she don't really have to feel the effects of that immediately, like, right out of the gate. You know what I'm saying? Man might get his kids on weekends or might get them on holidays or might get them for the summer, but for the most part, it still feels like it's just a one-on-one thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's more attractive, you see what I'm saying, in comparison to the other way around. If I got a you know, you walk to a situation with a woman who got multiple kids, yeah, it's gonna have to be y'all can't just pull up at each other houses, like, it gotta be some structure, it gotta be some, like, plans made in advance just to make sure that the kids is not there when you get there or whatever, you know, or I hope that the kids is not there before you get there. 'Cause some women don't be caring. They dating, it ain't even official yet. He already done let the kids hopefully that's not how people move.
children, what do you say when you meet a nice man?
Are you my daddy?
Hey,
Real rap.
that's how they be.
Um, but yeah, as far as hold on, they ask, where do you submit the questions? You just, submit the questions into the YouTube. So, you know, again, if y'all on Instagram, y'all watching on Instagram, y'all be able to watch it, but y'all won't be able to put in questions because we can't bring the question up on the screen. If y'all wanna put y'all questions on the screen, y'all gotta go to the YouTube and make sure y'all type it in on YouTube. That's youtube.com, /Crew Season or Facebook. Facebook, if, everybody on Facebook should be able to submit questions too. Um, don't ask me how that's just how StreamYard set up, sadly. But, you know, we gonna rock out regardless, man. I appreciate y'all. Um, let me see. Stephanie Daniels, the
Yeah, I
next
got
one.
you on there.
She huh?
Go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. She says, "Why do men try to lead and really not ready for that position of leader?" Oh, what you think about that? Men trying to jump in the leader seat and they ain't really built for leadership yet.
Shit, a lot of us not built for it. I mean, especially if you ain't been in that position in a relationship. I think, like we always talk about, like we always assume kind of the woman always just knows she's supposed to just know how things go in relationship because women are looked at as the ones that are the gurus behind a relationship. Like that's not true. Men are really more in tune
Mm,
with the things that go on in relationship, but a lot of times women just have kind of like a fairy tale like around it. And it's stuff that has to grow and it's stuff that we just have to learn day to day. I mean, the leadership as far as just taking care and that stuff like yeah, that comes easy, but leading in other different facets of the relationship is totally different. Like you by yourself with finances, I can lead with my finances how I see it. Every paycheck, X is going here, I'm investing here, this money going to savings, whatever. But then you're dealing with your woman now, it may be an extra bill. She likes to go out to eat. She likes to get her nails done, and a lot of times y'all want those things catered for y'all. So some stuff got to, some stuff may change a little bit. And so at times it's hard as a man to put your foot down because you don't want to disappoint your woman. When all you have to really say is, "Hey, baby, if you want me taking care of all these things," sometimes women need to see it visually. You write everything down. Hey, you want me to take care of all these things? This is what we can do right now. Next week, we can take care of this. But you want this today or in the next couple of weeks, and it may be something big that needs to wait. Hey, give me 2 months. I got you. But we as men have to have that conversation with our woman, just be real with it instead of getting ourselves in debt or just lying or just, catching attitude when all they really take is just us talking to them. But that's why it'd be hard to lead. It's just that sometimes, especially now today, we try to be more sensitive and try to be more understanding and be more open to y'all. So we'll be more mindful of things that we're doing, and it may seem like we kinda taking the back seat because we're trying to take y'all and keep y'all into consideration without just putting our foot down and always making decisions. So I think it's finding that balance, especially when you have a woman who has been on her own for a minute. She may have a kid or 2, whatever, so she's always led her household a certain way, and now you come in the picture, it's finding like, okay, hey, that trust where she can kind of fall back and let you just steer the ship.
Yeah, I think men try to lead before we're ready because men are kinda taught that we are leaders just because we are men. Leadership don't come because you're born with nuts between your legs. Leadership is earned. It's taught through fire. Like, you had to experience some kinda adversity or something in that, lane to really become a true leader, but a lot of men feel like just because I'm a man, I'm a leader or I should be leading the situation, and that's kinda what that causes men to jump out there prematurely before we had the experience necessary and I went through enough life to be able to lead, and to be honest, that kinda ruins some women, and I say it because a lot of women, especially if they like a man, right, they gonna put all their trust in him. So if he's not ready to lead, that may end in a very bad experience, and now going forward, she don't feel comfortable, uh, extending trust or, anything of that nature to that man. So I think, we should go through live a little bit of life, man, before you try to lead, before you try to just jump out there and say, "Nah, I got it. Imma make all the decisions. Imma do this simply because I'm a man." Just because you're a man does not mean that you're a leader. I'm here to tell you, we done been under leadership of some terrible men. Anybody who done played football, anybody who done played some sports, everybody done had a horrible coach before or a terrible mother just out there just not knowing what he doing, but just drunk off the power, drunk off the title that he got. And just because I got the title, that mean that I lead. No, 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 no. It's the lived experience, it's the adversity. What have you accomplished? What have you done? What have you lived through enough to be able to say, beat your chest and say, "Boom, I'm a leader. I got this situation. Don't worry about it." Like, so that's why a lot of men try to lead is because, society kinda puts pressure on us to be leaders simply because we are men, and that's just not the case, if I'm being honest. Appreciate that question, though. Real quick, man, make sure y'all tap that like button if you ain't tapped it already. Facebook in the building. I see y'all. Instagram is in the building. I see y'all. And of course, YouTube is here, man. We gonna keep it pushing to the next one. This is from Miss FMP 85. We appreciate the donation. She says, "Can a man still consider himself a good person if he's a liar and manipulator? Can that be a good person though if he be lying?"
I mean, you can identify as a good man.
Identify.
Yes, he can.
Mm,
Short, it's his own personal opinion. Is it true to the outside? No. But I mean, he may feel that maybe it's only just to you that he's lying and manipulating with. Everything, everybody else he cordial with or is 100. Nobody else feel like they've been wronged or anything. So maybe. Is it wrong to pick and choose?
mm,
Yes,
mm.
because I think you should be solid regardless.
Right.
If you don't like somebody or don't rock with somebody, then yeah, I think you just let them know that. But yeah, I mean, he can still consider himself that, but that don't mean he have to be a good person.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on intention. I think I know what you was going for, but you done left us a way out.
Yeah.
He's a liar and a manipulator, right? 'Cause let's just be honest. Sometimes lying can be for your greater good or can be for the good of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. If I'm a leader per se, I may have to tell somebody something that's not true to get them to
So
operate
kind
at
of
their peak
or
efficiency,
believe in you.
get them to buy in, get them to,
Mhm.
to make that leadership process and to make that guidance a little easier. You see what I'm saying? I'm not lying because I got bad intentions. I'm lying because I know that that's what's gonna get peak performance out of you. You see what I'm saying? Manipulator. Leadership is manipulation. People like to put a negative connotation on manipulation, and for the most part, it does have a negative connotation. But leadership and or teaching, that is manipulating. I am manipulating your thought process to buy into whatever it is that I'm trying to push on you. That's why I say it boils down to intentions. If my intentions are bad, if I'm lying to you with bad intentions, then yeah, nah, you can't be no good person if that's the case. But if I'm lying to you because it's what's best for you in terms of the end goal of what we're trying to get to, I can't really say,
They said they ain't trying to hear that, big.
"Of course
They
not.
ain't trying to hear that.
Of
They
course
ain't trying to
not."
hear that.
But
They
it's
ain't trying
the
to hear that.
truth. I
They ain't trying
gotta
to hear
give
that.
you the truth, right? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I mean, it's kinda like, let's say that, you know what I'm saying, we have a child, like, we done experienced this before. I'm sure a lot of y'all come from households to where, your mama tell you, "Don't kiss no boy, you gonna get pregnant," or something just outlandish like that, right? But you growing up, now in your head, you young, you impressionable, you believe anything. "Oh, my mama said don't kiss nobody or Imma get pregnant," or whatever, whatever that it took, but now that's gonna make you second guess when you go out there, "Nah, I'm not gonna kiss you," or, "Nah, I'm not gonna go that far." So again, it was a lie, sure, but if it kept you from getting pregnant at 14, is she really a bad person for telling you that lie? You know what I mean? It's just, like I say, it depends on intention. Sometimes you gotta lie to get people to buy into whatever it is that's good for them.
So the intent is that's what separates.
And that
Boy, you told that lie.
and that's why I say, like, she left me out when she asked it how she asked it. Because
Boy
for
told
the
that
most
lie.
part for the most part, I would say somebody who's a liar and a manipulator is not a good person,
Right.
right, for the most part. But sometimes it's necessary to get us through what we you know what I mean? It's like it's rough, but it's the truth, man. Like they say lies.
So if I say, so if I say,
Oh, where you going with this?
so if I say, baby,
Mhm.
I was effing these hoes.
Nah,
I love you.
nah. That's lying with the intent to deceive.
Okay.
That has the intent to deceive. I'm trying to bullshit you. I'm trying to get back in the door. That's for my own selfish gain. No, you're not a good person if you telling that lie. I'm sorry. But again, it just depends. Baby, it depends on the circumstance. I gotta be a little more specific if y'all want us to really dive into these. But we appreciate the question. Salute to Miss FMP 85. We appreciate the donation. Um, let's get to our girl Shan from Facebook says, "Why do some men feel that we as women are the reason that we're single parents?" So some men, and I know what he talking about. He's talking about a lot of men that are in these spaces be talking like, just you a single mother on your own. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not the man's responsibility. If the man don't want the child, you had a child anyway. That's your
Yes.
fault.
Yes.
Things of that nature. So she's asking, why
Yes.
do men feel that way?
You asking about some men, and it's not all women that they're speaking on that single parents.
Malevolent elephant, what up, boy? I see you.
What's good, bro? Everybody has their own situation and circumstance. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that were married, had every intention to get married, and then it just didn't work out. And the woman, in this case, is going to end up taking the kid. So he's not talking to you because you obviously went with the intent of getting married for the most part. We talking about the people that really was bought in, not trying to play around. It just so happened to maybe you was in denial, like whatever it was, but your intent was there. I'm talking to those people. And it just didn't work out. It happened. So he's not talking whoever they are, they're not talking to you. I think they're more so talking about the ones that's just wild and reckless, don't care, not trying to change anything. You messed up once, you do it again, you done it 3, 4 times, 5 kids, 4 different babies, something like that, like, I think that's more who they are talking to, more kind of the extreme crowd, not you have 1, maybe 2, especially, like, 1 or 2 kids out of a marriage, like, I think any single man would be somewhat open to it, even though he may initially want just this person, like, if it was, like, the right woman in the right circumstance, he might entertain it. He might go against the grain one time, but it's how you present yourself and it's who you are, so also, you can't take a lot of those messages personal. Like, if you gonna take it personal, then, yeah, you gonna feel away whenever you hear messages like that. If you know you're a good person, you handling your business, your kid is taken care of, whether the father of their life or not, solid. You ain't got nothing else to worry about. Scroll, you see that TikTok or whatever on that, scroll, 'cause that's not you, it don't pertain to you. So don't let it touch you like
Um, why do some men feel that we as women are the reason we're single parents? I think that, I mean, it's because it takes the responsibility off of the man. It kinda erases the role that he plays in it for the most part. Like, that's why most men do it. But going back to what O said, I think, it's the difference between, "Hey, me and my man, we was in a situation, went left, whatever, whatever," in comparison to a woman who just keeps doing it over and over again. At some point, they gotta be like, "Okay, hold on. Let me reel this shit back in. Something's not going right here. Let me adjust how it is that I'm dealing and the decisions that I'm making. Some adjustments gotta be made, right? But if you just continue to do the same things over and over and over again, then that's when it becomes your fault, in my opinion. But, again, it's not all your fault even in those situations, because as a man, if you decide to lay down with that woman and hit raw, then you gotta accept what come with that. It took 2 to tango in that situation. I don't feel like it's one person's fault more than the other. But it's like I said, if you're making this a habit, doing it over and over, just like O said, then eventually we gotta take a look in the mirror here. Like, "Okay, hold on. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not vetting right. My boundaries is not firm enough," or whatever the case may be that keeps putting me in this situation over and over again. Because I know girls that got 5, 6 kids by 3, 4 different guys and ain't never been married once. That's a problem. That is a look in the mirror. It's something I'm not doing right. Um, now don't get me wrong, that doesn't take the blame away from those men who helped you make those babies. But I'm talking about from that perspective, it's just like, okay, you know what I mean?
that. Especially when that man like, especially when you like the 3rd or 4th. You on your 3rd or 4th and his 3rd or 4th, like, that be looking wow, like,
Right.
what do y'all be doing?
Yeah, but it's like I think people just be so caught up in the relationship aspect of things. Like, this makes me feel good being with him, whatever, like, he does whatever he does for me or he makes me feel, and they let that override the decision making after I get in here. Because let's just be real, it's a lot of people that make you feel good, but you're not sure that they'll be a good parent. It's a lot of people that make you feel good, but you wouldn't trust them with your livelihood if something happened to you and they had to control your money or, something
Never,
happened or they had to take over the business.
never.
You wouldn't trust them with that. You see what I'm saying? But that's the type of trust that people put in to people that don't deserve it, and now when a kid get here, now I'm getting smacked in the face with that reality that I don't trust this person with serious things. But because they made me feel good, they talked to me well, the sex was well, we had a good time when we was together. It was fun, but fun don't equate to smart. Fun don't equate to responsible. Fun don't equate to parenthood. And a lot of people gotta learn that the hard way because they let how they was feeling dealing with that person override reality of and likelihood of what's gonna come down the line if we get into something serious. And that's just but again, just like we said, there's nothing wrong with that after the first time. It's like, okay, boom, I got caught up,
I get it.
learned my
Everybody
lesson,
get a mistake,
whatever.
man. Cool.
But 5, 6 different kids, 4, 5 different kids with 2, 3, 4 different kids, it's like, alright, like, alright. What are we doing now?
When do you think about kids too? Like, think about how they gonna grow up, the things that they gonna see, the life that they're gonna live. Like, when do y'all think about that? Like, you have them growing up in just chaos and then wondering how they in trouble early on because they lacking a lot at home, and you not giving that attention. You out doing your own thing. Make it another one probably. Like, we just gotta do better and can't be mad when people be speaking out on it either. Like,
And yeah, no, no,
that's what pissed me off.
go ahead, bro.
No, I just that just pissed me off when people just speak like when somebody talking real and just being honest, like, "Hey, wake up. We have to change. When are we gonna wake up and change the things that we've been doing? Because clearly it's not working. When are we gonna listen to somebody like, hey, maybe just not this time. Let's try this way, or hey, let's a little more modest, or whatever. It's like, why do we have to expose so much? Like people talk to you with some sense, and then it's just an outrage. Like, who you can't tell me what to do. It's like, all right, and then that's why people just kind of give up and be like, F it. But I think we got to stop doing that because we saying F it, and now they have no shame because nobody is shaming them. Everybody like, all right, well, that's who they are. They gonna express who they are, and that makes them happy. And but no, it shouldn't be like that. You gotta draw the line somewhere. Somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think we, especially with our culture, I can't speak to other cultures, but I know we be accepting of some bullshit a lot of times, man. Just because you don't wanna beat the person down or whatever, which I completely understand, but, you gotta be careful with that because you run the risk of enabling that type of behavior, you know what I'm saying? It's like, "Ah, it's okay, don't worry about it. You can bring all the kids to me," or whatever the case may be, "and I help you." You got help, you got a village, you got this, you got that. So it's like, that is gon on one end, make the person feel better, sure, but on the other end, it's gonna enable that type of behavior because then they gonna start moving like, "I got a village that's gonna help me take care of this." And now you got women out here having a bunch of kids and their mama is raising them. She at grandma house long as she with you. Grandma know more about, her schoolwork and, gymnastics practice and all of these things than you. You dropping the kids to grandma and still going to run the streets and continue to make the same mistakes because she done basically opened the door and said, "Look, we gonna help." So going back to what O said, there gotta be a bit more consequence for that type of thing. I'm not sure how they administer the consequence. I'm not sure what the consequences should be, per se, but, that's definitely something that's gonna have to be implemented if we wanna keep from making the same mistakes that we've been making. So that's just how I see that. Um, real quick, man, make sure y'all tap that like button, man. We got some,
Oh my god.
this man
Oh my
appreciate
man.
Sha T with the $5 donation, man. We appreciate it. Man, I wish I could see the damn thick of that. But yeah, it's in the chat. If you're on YouTube, you should be able to see it. We appreciate you for the donation. Um, Miss F&P again, two bar, I meant womanizer. I was typing too fast. Okay, got you. Got you, got you, got you. Um, let's see. Jordan, what up, bro? $5 donation, man. Salute to George, man. That's day one. You know what I mean? Listen right there. Appreciate you, big dog. Malevolent Elephant, my boy in the building. Say, Trill, how have you adjusted to basically being famous? Man, get out of here. Hell no, man. I'm the same dude, man. The same dude. You already know. It's good to see you, big dog. It's good to be back on here, man. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, who we got next? My bad. I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss nobody. Matt Watson, what up, big dog? He say, "Who are y'all closest with that y'all have met since y'all been in this space?" Damn, that's a good question. Who would you say that we done link with and, like, they done been real cool as hell?
Closest with
Yeah.
on in the YouTube space?
I just period in the industry, content creator industry.
Funny.
So I'm fuck
I I would say Hitman.
Right,
Hitman might be probably one of the closest. Like I would say, like more within arm's reach.
right.
They're probably number one.
I say,
Telling the truth.
Scoop, shout
Even
out
though we
shout
only
out
see him
Scoop.
once, like, I'm always messaging him. He always
Mhm.
asks me to come to his lives.
That dude right there, Tevin Farmer, looked out
Yep.
dog, Tevin Farmer.
Tevin Farmer boxer. Yep.
Um, of course, people, everybody at tonight's conversation. Salute to Ace and everybody over there that way. Trip, we all know. Um, yeah, that's all I can
So
really think as far as like people that we interact with on a frequent basis like that. But again, like most people, ironically, most people that we done ran into done been pretty cool. Everybody not like our cup of tea as far as hanging with them day to day. You know what I mean? But it's still, we done been able to build some good relationships, man, and build some good networking opportunities that I feel like is gonna help us down the line. Um, yeah, that's all I can think of right there, man. Smooth, who you
who
think, bro?
lying? Who lying, Smooth? My bad, my bad. He said somebody lying.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, Smooth. Who else would you say?
we done got close with. I'm not trying to think anybody else. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The Peace, man. Salute to my boy JR.
So we put up on them in Atlanta. We did
Yeah.
some work in Dallas.
Rick, my boy Rick. What up, boy?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, man, I think that's it,
Poor
man.
Man's, Poor Man Pod.
Poor man
We
Pod.
we rock with them.
Illa, salute to my boy
Yeah.
Illa. But yeah, I don't know, man. We done met some solid people in this thing, man. Again, it done been some people who was a little weird, but some people who was a little like, nah, I don't want to do nowhere close to me. And, for the most part, that ain't the case for real. Um,
He
all
said
right.
that nigga that owned the three. Oh, he took about Quest.
Oh, my boy Quest, man. Salute to Quest.
Quest.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. That's my dog right there for real. Um, all right, but yeah, that's that one. My boy, Benita, YouTube. She says, "Who loves
Man,
harder, men or women?"
man,
Explain yourself, son. You got some women in this chat mad as
man,
hell. You talking about you saying that?
man. With ease, with ease. Um, what's from that we need to talk on that
Yeah,
part?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro explained that eloquent. Um, but yeah, I definitely think it's men. Men just have to me, okay, this is my opinion now. I think men just have a better understanding, like a better foundation of love, what it means, the duty behind it, and everything that's associated with the word love. I think women associate love with more fairy tale. That's just what has always been presented, and I'm always gonna say that because the the things that we may do, we've had to adjust ourselves and learn and kinda soften ourselves for the things that you see as love. So, I definitely men are more understanding, men me more patient, uh, just like I said, just understanding that all of that because we have to shoulder it, whether it's good or bad. We already know we gonna take the blame. Like, if a relationship goes south, we already know we to blame, whether it was y'all messing up. Like, I think that's a part of love. Love is owning the L's, owning all the negatives, and just understanding, like, I'm the leader. If this ship fails, it's do or die, basically. And it's a catch-22, but I'm stupid enough to have faith and go against the grain and marry this woman or whatever situation you're in, like, I'm choosing this woman. So, that's why I think it's men.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a little biased. Say, man, I'm biased. Yeah, I'll just put it on the table. But I feel like men are more welcoming to a woman who don't quite fit what it is that we need from her
Mm,
than women are.
mm,
I think that
Just
You
how
know, it
scale can adjust more.
yeah, a woman cannot have a job, a woman cannot have guidance, a woman cannot have experience, a woman cannot have a lot of things, and that man will say, "You know what? I ain't tripping on none of that. I love you, bring you in, and teach you these things. Imma school you, Imma protect you, Imma do this, Imma do that." So, he's more willing to love her through her not having everything that he needs in comparison
Mm.
to a woman. If she meets a man who doesn't have a job, a man who's a terrible leader, a man who's terrible at decision making, things of this nature, women are way less likely to take that man serious. Now they'll still have sex with him, sure, but in terms of trusting him and marrying him and willing to tie your livelihood to that type of man, I feel like it's way less likely than the other way around. I think men love more unconditionally. Um, I don't feel like anybody loves unconditionally to the letter. I feel like men are closer to that than women are. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's more likely, let's say we in this marriage, the woman start gaining weight or the woman, for whatever, go through menopause or go through whatever, you see what I'm saying? In terms like, she may not even like him no more, but that man more times than not is gonna stick it out in that situation and fulfill what his duty is. We see we see a lot of older couples like that, if we're gonna keep it real. It's like, it ain't no love there, it ain't no romance there, it ain't none of that, but duty alone kept him there. Imma make sure that's my wife, that's what I signed up for. I'm gonna take care of her, I'm gonna make sure that she don't need nothing. In comparison to if a woman is with a man and let's say he loses his job and it's hard for him to get another one over extended period of time, she's more likely to leave than the other way around. You see what I'm saying? Like, men have to check certain boxes to make a woman feel secure and make a woman feel protected, things of that nature. If he slips in one of those areas, more times than not, the relationship is not gonna make it in comparison to a woman. I mean, a man loving a woman, she has a lot more wiggle room to mess up before that man gets up and walks out of that relationship. So because of those things and my bias, I would say that men love harder. That's just my opinion.
Do you feel like we give them too much wiggle room?
Yes, I would say yes. I think men are kinda taught that, manhood is measured through adversity. It's measured through going without and being okay. It's measured through accepting less than what we deserve a lot of times. You see what I'm saying? To whereas you have a guy who in a marriage and he taking care of everything. All the bills, he taking care of they kids. She may have outside kids, he taking care of those kids. He making sure everybody's straight. He might be helping take care of her moms, take care of her pops, whatever, they may be sick or whatever going through like, he's gonna do those things. You see what I'm saying? Because he loves her that much. Now, he may not be getting much in return to that, you know what I'm saying? But duty is gonna keep him there. You see what I'm saying? As compared we it's a running joke on Christmas Day or Father's Day, the type of gifts that men get. Pair of socks,
Uh,
bow tie,
tools,
tools and shit. You bu
fucking
you
tools.
buying me something that you gonna benefit from me you see what I'm saying? But that type of thing is accepted. Rarely does a
Buy
man
your
come
ass
out
some
and say
pots
that.
and pans and see how you feel.
It's gonna be a whole argument. Especially if you don't like it. It's gonna be an argument.
Buy you a Martha Stewart set,
Right.
Aisha Curry set,
So
and your ass don't cook. Nigga don't fix shit no more. They hire nigga to come fix that
Hey,
shit.
but yeah,
You don't
so
do
it's
your
like
hair no more. You go to a beautician. Hey, I'm just saying things evolve. Don't be
yeah,
trying to put. Hey, that's another conversation.
right. But just in generally, men don't complain. Men accept the fact that we gonna receive less than. Men accept the fact that, yeah, I'm in charge of taking care of you. I'm in charge of, protecting and providing things of that nature. And even if you slip in what it is that you do for me, let's say your cooking slow down, or let's say the sex slow down, or let's say that you're going through something mentally or whatever the case may be, and you can't be there for me the way that I need you to be. Men are taught to just take that to the chin. That's just what it is because your duty is taking care of this woman, taking care of the family, and whatever it needs, any holes in this situation, you're supposed to step in and fill, period. Don't matter how you feel. Tuck your feelings in until we get through whatever it is that we getting through, and that's just the reality of it. So, again, that plus my bias, Imma say, man, that's just my opinion.
And there's ego too. It's just almost like you're not gonna outlove me on the cool.
Mm,
Because again, go back to that, we're not gonna fail. So, because you can also love somebody and not be with them or not want to be with them no more. And sometimes that love can be so strong. Like sometimes the love can be detrimental because you love them so much. Like you can sometimes it's like I love you too much that I'm like losing control of myself.
mm,
So and you gotta have that balance to where it's like I love you a lot, but don't make me go crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because you do wanna be you definitely wanna be on, but it's just hard because of people's experience. You get vulnerable and somebody use it against you. You in an argument or they calling you soft or sassy or whatever, like, especially as a man, like, it's hardly anything you can do today, and it's not masculine. Like, everything you're doing now is feminine. You trying to respond and defend yourself while you're responding back to a woman. It's like, man, I'm supposed to take everything just to the chin. And then you wonder why he shuts down or wonder why he doesn't know how to communicate or want to communicate. One, he hasn't been allowed to, and then when he does, he's attacked for having an opinion or being too honest. Like, sometimes it is hard. As much as you probably going through, ladies, men be going through a lot of shit. We gotta deliver the message the right way. Tone gotta be the right way. We gotta use the right words and place them in the right order. Like, it just it shouldn't take all that just to communicate how I feel. Just to say, "Hey, this is my issue with you. You are wrong in this situation. This is how it made me feel. Maybe I acted out, but this is what you did. It wasn't right. Calling you out on it. Now, I need you to address what's up instead of pointing the blame and pointing fingers." But
mm. Boy got it off his chest the
you
other
know,
day.
I love y'all. It's the beatbox. It's the beatbox.
It's the beatbox talking.
Sponsored by Beatbox.
For sure, man. Salute to the plug, beatbox. Um, let me see. I thought I got one. Tanya C, we appreciate the donation. Says, will you guys ever do a collab with Poor Minds? Definitely, definitely, man. I think it would have been done, but they moved to Atlanta. So that right there kinda complicates things a bit, man, but, you know what I'm saying, we definitely rock with Fort Myers on this side.
Yeah,
Salute to Lex, salute to Drea.
they know. They know.
It's just a matter of getting on the same schedule. They busy as hell, we busy as hell,
It's
you know
gonna
what I'm
happen.
saying, but it's definitely gonna happen, and when it does, it's gonna be memorable. It's
It's gonna be memorable.
so, uh
'Cause day ones know. They know we had Lex on
right,
there, so they know what time it is. We had Lex from the get go.
right.
You've been
So,
around that long, y'all know.
yeah, for so, man. Salute to Fort Myers, man. That's definitely awesome. Let's see. Ashley Nicole from Facebook says, "Why would a man walk away from someone he loves without no notice due to hard times?" So they going through hard times and it's up and dipped.
Yeah, I would need just a little more context because it's like something new. You know, to 2 months, you 2 months in, you 2 years in. But regardless, I would just think it's just the fear of not being able to provide.
Mm,
I think a man would just rather let you flourish and figure things out on your own instead of being a burden. You have a lot of men out here who don't mind being a burden. They'll sleep at your house, eat all your food, "Hey, babe, I got a job, an interview. I need you to slide me some bread and take me, let me get to me, da, 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 da." And the whole time he lying. "Baby, let me drop you off to work. I got a couple interviews on there." And he over here talking to Keisha so some men just would rather bow out. Um, and again, going back to what you said, some men just don't know how to communicate. I don't wanna hurt your feelings. I also don't know how to say, "Hey, I am broke. I cannot date you."
I'm
You feel me? I can't afford you right now. I'm trying to figure my shit out. Going back to the leadership question earlier, I can't lead if I can't lead myself right now. So I'm just gonna Casper because that's just rip the men up. That's one problem I know men do not have, is just ripping the Band-Aid off. Men have no problem just ripping the Band-Aid off and saying, "F it," going cold turkey, and, hey, that would be my understanding why he may, just dip. Let's do the hard
yeah, I think, man, like, men put a whole lot of pressure on ourselves to be able to make all of the right decisions, and so much so to where when we run into a situation where we don't have the answer to right now, or we can't remedy it as quick as we thought that we would be able to, a lot of men just shut down, and part of that shutting down is kinda running, and it's not necessarily running from you, but it's just running from the obligation that comes with every time I look at you. The expectation of, "Baby, get it together. Baby, figure it out. Baby, take us out of this situation. Save us." You see what I'm saying? Like, every man is not built for that type of pressure, and it goes back to what I said earlier about just because you're born a man, it doesn't make you a leader. Like, a lot of times, you gotta be battle tested. You gotta learn how to navigate in those situations. You gotta be done went through something to be able to know, "Okay, boom, everything low right now, but, things come in ebbs and flows. It's gonna get better. We just gotta stay the course. We just gotta do this. We gotta do that." A man that has that type of resolve typically done been through some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But a man who just up and runs, that's probably his first time going through some of that type of adversity, dealing with the responsibility that is you, that may be the family, the kids, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he just all of those expectations being put on his shoulders is enough to make a lot of men knees buckle. And combine that with the fact that a lot of men feel like they in it alone for solving the problem.
Mhm. Damn, yeah.
Because you have some women who will just be like, "Hey, my man gonna figure it out. I'm not really familiar with this type of scenario or this issue, so Imma sit back and just let the man handle it." Now there are some women who willing to roll up they sleeves and, "Hey, baby, what do you need from me? What do we do? What do we need?" But that type of woman, I feel like is rare, for real. So a lot of men feel like when we run into issues and when we run into some type of real adversity, it's either we figure it out on our own or it ain't gonna get figured out, or our whole relationship gonna crumble, and she gonna lose faith in me. I think that right there is also catalyst to men running. Once I feel like my woman don't believe in me or she don't got no faith in me that Imma be able to figure it out, then it makes me wanna just run away to and not even necessarily to another woman, but it's just like, "Damn, I'm failing as a man." Like, I don't know how if women understand how important
They
that
don't,
belief is
they don't.
to a man, you know what I mean? It's like our woman believing in us is everything, like, it means everything to him. To his whole being is wrapped up in that. So, if you showcasing characteristics or whatever that or, behavior that says that you don't believe in 'em, shit, that right there is enough to break a grown man for real. So
It's almost like suicide, literally. It's like, I would just rather take myself out the situation. I don't even think I take that back. He is thinking about you when he makes that decision, to be honest, because he feels that you're better off without him,
mm,
and so that's why he just removes himself. No explanation. I think some dudes maybe come down the line, they might. if they have good intentions, but, yeah, if he going through something, man, with that much weight, understanding that, carrying a whole family, somebody's livelihood is in your possession. If you fail, they're looking at you.
Mm,
Yeah, this ain't it. I ain't got it. Let me go figure it out by myself. I'd rather struggle by myself than pull
yeah,
somebody down with me as I'm struggling.
mm. Yeah, hey, that's it. That right there said it all. Cause I feel the same thing. I told my woman back in the day, I told her, I was like, cause I ain't always been this guy that y'all see in front of y'all, but I told her, I was like, "I mean, Imma be honest, like, if I was on" cause we used to see dudes who would be living on, you know, living with her parents or living on her couch, and he don't have a job or just different things like that, just trying to figure it out, and I always told her, I said, "If it ever gets like that for me, I'm gonna separate myself from the whole situation and try to figure it out, but my pride is not gonna let me take my whole family and go stay with your people, or take my whole, family and be living even with my relatives or whatever. It's just like that. It's just not it. I need some time to figure this thing out to get us back above water, you see what I'm saying? And I think that's the mindset most people have, instead of the one that we should have, which is like, "Okay, let me bump heads with my old lady and let's figure this out together." I don't have to alienate her to be able to think straight, or I shouldn't have to alienate her to be able to think straight. But a lot of men feel like, "I can't think straight with you right here because I feel like you're losing belief in me by the second, and that's distracting me from trying to figure out what it is that I need to figure out to dig us out of this hole." You know what I mean? So again, we're not championing that type of behavior, but, Ashley asked, "Why would a man walk away?" So we just giving you the thought process behind it, but, again, I think, like, as that man matures and as that man goes through a little bit more adversity and live a little bit more life, he gonna be way less willing to walk away because he gonna have the tools that he needs to not only fix the situation, but calm you and calm everything down as I fix the situation, and you're not born with it. That's hard.
I do wanna add one more thing.
Mhm,
She said from someone he loves,
mhm.
if he loved you, he wouldn't walk away with no notice.
I agree with that.
Just leave it like that. And so
I agree with that. All right. Hell of a question, man. Y'all answered some good ones tonight. Make sure y'all tap that like button, man. We appreciate you. Maria, we appreciate the 10 ball, man. Appreciate you showing love from YouTube. The 10 ball to donation, man. We appreciate it. She didn't even leave a message. We just wanted to show some love. We appreciate you, baby. Um, Maja, what up, man?
Amaj, what's up?
Say respect to tonight's conversation, but whatever be a proceeding to a yes, ma'am, there will be.
It's coming.
There will be. We just
We've
gotta
been
get ducks in a
yeah,
row and
we've been
get
calling
the schedule
venues, getting pricing, so
for
it's
sure.
coming, it's coming,
For
it's
sure.
coming.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me about that, the tonight's conversation tour and everything, man. I done learned a lot. Again, man, salute to Ace, for bringing me on that, making me a part of that, man. But I done learned a lot. I learned that, setting up live shows is not as easy as just booking a venue and
At
then
all.
sending out invites. It's
Hey,
just
y'all pull up.
pull up on us.
1,000 of y'all. Pull up.
It's
Pull up.
it's
We gonna figure it out. Y'all gonna be complaining like a motherfucker. Y'all gonna be what? It was hot outside. It's gonna be some check-in process. What? Hey, it's a lot that go into it, man.
sure small stuff, man, but that's major important to have an experience. I mean, man, you know us, man. We're not gonna half-ass nothing. It'll be easy to just book a little hall and invite 500,000 people to that mug and just got microphones and speakers, man, and call it a day. No backdrop, no stage, no nothing.
Charging $60.
75 a
No,
ticket.
no, no, we ain't doing that.
We're not doing that, man. So, again, we gotta make sure everything is ironed out and ready to go before we present it to y'all. Because again, especially for the first show, man, people take something, try to leave there and be like, nah, that was an experience, right? Like, that was fun. So It's coming though, for sure. We appreciate the question, but hey Hannah, hey, what up, baby?
What's up, bro,
My
bro?
boy with the 10 ball. Say much love to the game. The wife and I got our first home back in March. We're now 12 weeks pregnant. Oh, hold on, man. Round of applause. My boy,
Come on, man.
come on, man. Congratulations, my boy. Come on, man. That's love right there, bro.
This number two.
Think so. Is
I
it?
think it's number.
I
Is
think
it number
so.
two?
Probably so. Yeah.
What he
Again,
got?
man.
What
Say
he got there?
appreciate the invite y'all gave me both here and privately, man. Crew, man. Look here, man. It's love, bro. You know that. Day one listener right
He
there,
said, "Crew
man.
baby, you
Crusader,
definitely a crew baby."
all of that. You understand me? So appreciate you, big dog. You already know. Um, Dallas with two balls says y'all had Derrick Jackson on the show was fresh and fit.
Wow,
Hey man, y'all gonna get off my dog Derrick like that.
wow.
I ain't gonna let y'all do that, man.
My man was telling the truth,
And
telling us what he went through, the things that he experienced, what he learned from it. Y'all can take it, what y'all want. Y'all can believe him, y'all cannot believe him. Y'all saw the title, y'all saw what it was, so y'all have every right to skip it. But I think, if you take the biasness out of it, I think if you just really listen to what he's saying, like he really got some dreams and let the day to day. Because a lot of also, like y'all also may not be able to relate to like the things that he's been through. Like you a person that's in the limelight or just a person somebody that's well known. You don't know what you would do in any situation. You don't until you put in that situation. So, I mean, it's easy to say, you'll move a certain way, but again, he learned. He said what he learned. He gave us the backstory and, some of the stuff that we didn't know, he let us know about that. And, yeah, I definitely think he learned and he not trying to profit off this. I saw somebody talking about, "Oh, it's a money grab." It ain't no money grab. What money did we grab? What the what? Come on, man. Like, what money
it's
grab?
a money grab, man.
How?
They say we on the tape. We on the tape. No, again, man, just like I told y'all last time, man, salute to Derek pulling up, man, showing us hella love. Um, again, people be asking like why y'all have him on and things of that nature, right? If y'all familiar with Cruise Season, then y'all familiar with we pride ourselves on authenticity, right? So if we speaking about a certain subject, it would best be, it would behoove you to have somebody who's actually lived that, who's actually went through it. You see what I'm saying? So even in the videos and stuff like that, he's not ducking accountability at all. Like even before the camera cut on, we sat at the table and had a long ass talk, just about everything. And it wasn't no, wow, man, it was her fault, bro. I was going through this or I was going through it. It wasn't a bunch of excuses. It wasn't none of that. He came right in and like, nah, bro, that was all me. That was all my fault. I let the lights get to my head. Whatever. I should have never done that. I should have never handled that. And more importantly, I don't want y'all to make that same mistake. I want y'all to go this way. I went that way. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from everything that I done had to lose and everything that I done went through, from my marriage, having to split time with my kids and stuff like that. Learn from everything that I done been through. And y'all don't do what I did. Don't go that way. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that type of voice, like that type of person who done lived it, who done been through it, that should be the people that y'all wanna hear from. 'Cause there's so many people making content who have no lived experience when it comes to what they talking about,
We support them.
and they rocking out with them, supporting them, donating money, doing all type of stuff. Y'all rocking out with them, and they have no lived experience. You get the advice from they ain't married, they ain't never had no kid, they ain't never been through nothing at all, and you going by their word like it's holy gospel. But when somebody who done lived it and done went through it, and again, I'm not making excuses for what he did, 'cause he not making excuses for what he did. But in terms of giving you information, like, we gotta learn how to accept information that's useful and take our emotions out of it, because in reality, the women who supported him are the ones who put him on that pedestal like that. idolized the man. He never came out and said, "I'm no relationship expert. I'm a relationship guru, like, follow. I'm doing everything right. Your man need to do what I'm doing." The man never came out and said that. Y'all propped him up and put him on that pedestal, the same way that a lot of people in our culture do pastors of churches and things of that nature. And then when the pastor get caught doing some shit that's not in alignment with what he preaching, "Oh, he's a horrible person, he this, he that." That man is a deliverer of the word. If that word can help you, take what you can use, leave the rest, apply it to your life. That's just how I view things. So having him on, that was the thought process. It's not I'm trying to save his career. I'm trying to get him back. No, no, no. I feel like he got something very important in terms of perspective to provide that could keep people, young dudes from making the same mistakes and keep women from dealing with somebody like that. So, but again, I thought that was the goal. I thought,
Open book test.
you know what I mean? I thought that that's what we was doing here. I thought that that's what it was. But if we just gonna just make decisions based on what feels good, or make decisions based on this is the person that I wanna hear it from, good luck.
That would also low-key be hypocrite too, because basically you would only want us to have people that you like. That's it. Like, we gonna have some people that you may not agree with. It's a message for everybody. That's what the platform is about too, since day one. Being who you are authentically. You ain't never changed. There's been plenty of people with far left comments or just thought processes, and we let them rock out. We may challenge them, may not always agree, but that's what they believe. It is what it is. What we gonna do?
And that's the thing, like, I feel like, and again, this is me, man. I feel like you can get valuable advice from anybody,
Anybody.
anybody. A bum on the street, a homeless man on the street can give you some of the best financial advice that you ever heard in your life. Why? It's because he got lived experience and he lost it all. So when he give you advice, he's giving you recollection instead of what I think or what I've researched or what I've studied. Like, that's always been the most pivotal information, you know what I'm saying? Well, I come from a family, especially, where they may not have been living the right life or living life the right way, but I got some of the best advice from them in the world, and it kept me from going down the path that they went down. Because they could say, "Yeah, bro, I did this. I went that way, and it got me 10 years in jail, or it got me 15 years in jail, or I lost this, or my mom's passed and I couldn't make it to the funeral because I was locked up, all because of a quick decision that I made," or whatever the case may be. So, people that have lived experience, in my opinion, have the most valuable experience, because I learned most of my lessons from watching people that's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. It taught me what way not to go. But if we just throw people away just because I don't like what they did, I don't like, it's just like, that's not that's extremely hypocritical, especially considering a lot of women are in relationships right now with a dude who done cheated 3, 4 times, or a dude who on his 3rd, 4th chance. But this man is just unforgivable with the dudes you keep taking back in. So again, we gotta be
Man, we're not talking
consistent.
about that man.
Right,
We're
right, right.
talking about Derek.
I'm just
Because it's
saying,
Derek.
be consistent, right? That's all I'm saying.
That's different, B.
Okay. We gonna move on. But, as far as having Christian fit on, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be opposed. I would be interested to have that back and forth debate with him. I would be.
It ain't happening.
But, do I think it's gonna happen? No. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't mind kicking their ass in front of the world. But that's just me.
I'm good.
Don't say you don't want no smoke, man.
I'm good. I ain't about to smoke. I'm good. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Alright. Mary Ann, the fireball, we appreciate you, baby. She says, "How should a woman deal with the alienation standoff vibe if we're being supportive and giving that reassurance? Me as a wife, how should I move?" So she's saying, like, when a man going through something, what I mean, shut down and kind of back off and things of that nature. How should she handle that from being his woman in order to keep that, keep the relationship moving and the relationship be
Mm,
moving?
that's a great question. Uh, to be supportive and give that reassurance, I would say that you just kinda I think men just don't mind space. First, allow them just a little space, not the space that's, like, awkward. I see that you're going through something, I see that you're not in the best mood for I'm just gonna completely distance myself, go in the room, close the door, things like that. I'm not saying that type of distance, but, like, if you notice something wrong, the post today. If you notice that something is off, ask about it, inquire about it. Don't just ask one question and he be like, "Alright, I'm cool," and you be like, "Alright," and you keep doing your thing. Like, if you know that something is wrong with your man, you should really be trying to figure out what it is. You should be so in tune that I mean, the second that it's off, you already know something is up. Whether it's how he answer you or just the energy, you should be able to figure that stuff out. But I would say just to be supportive, just kinda give him a little space. Let him be able to come up to you and talk when he's ready. Um, lay out the floor for him, let him know, "Hey, babe, like, when you are ready to talk, when you whatever you're going through, when you're ready to sit with me, hey, I'm right here." Hold his hand when you do it. Talk to him, kiss him a little bit on the cheek, or just give him a hug. Like, sometimes we need just like y'all need that confirmation, we need that too. We need that reassurance that if I do open up to you, you're not gonna use it against me. If I do open up to you, you're not gonna, try to manipulate it later on down the line. I need to know when I'm finally vulnerable with you, on the rare times that I'm vulnerable, you're gonna really take what I'm saying, accept it, understand it, and help me process and deal with it. Because with that, now we can dig deeper. Now I can open up even more, and now the things that you really wanna know about me, you'll be able to soon get to know about me because we're able to establish this rapport. But a lot of times, that never happens because when a woman gets mad, the immature woman, when they get mad, they try to manipulate the situation or use what you said to weaponize you. Again, like we said, calling you soft and just, so you gotta be careful about those type of women. Stay away from them.
Yeah, I agree. Real quick, man. My girl Queen Sheba is in the building, man. Round of
Ooh, what's
applause.
up? What's up, Queen Sheba?
Queen Sheba in the building. 50 ball, man. Salute to my homie, man. Out there doing big, 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 big,
Big,
big
big things.
things
Big
in this
things.
YouTube space, man. I love
Big
to see
things.
it. I love to see it. What up, man? Definitely gonna have to do
Oh,
another
yeah.
collab. If y'all ain't checked out the collab, and y'all go to Queen Sheba Garden's page, man. We had a dope ass conversation on there recently. Make sure that y'all check that out, man. And subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed, man. She out there crushing shit.
We gotta put on the Kickback episode.
So. My girl, what up? Um, yeah, to Marianne's question, how should a woman deal with alienation? I think, I think O kind of answered that flush, man. I think all men want is just the space and to know that you ain't lost belief in us. That's it. That's all we want. Because some men, man, we just need some time. Me being one of them, I'm talking for myself right now. I just need some time to kind of formulate things in my head. Now, in those type of moments, I'm not saying that you gotta go far away from me and don't ever get around me or nothing like that, but just don't try to solve the problem so much. Sometimes I just need your presence. Sometimes I just need you to come sit next to me on the couch and just rub my shoulder or just, rub my leg, and you know what I'm saying? And that's it. Don't we ain't gotta talk, we ain't gotta say nothing, 'cause you already know that my mind is working 100 miles an hour trying to figure out how to dig us out of this. All a man need in that situation, if he's that type of man, is just your presence and your belief, and everything else is gonna take care of itself. But when you start asking 1,000 questions and you start wanting, full-fledged conversation right now when we trying to sort everything out, that's gonna push him further away from you because he gonna feel like, "Okay, boom, I'm already trying to handle this, and now you sidetracking me and trying to challenge me, and let's say that I give you a thought that ain't fully fleshed out or whatever, and now you disagree with it or you try to argue with it, and that's gonna make us resent you at that, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, no, 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 just give me that space right quick. Try to figure it out. I promise you, if you leave that floor open for me when I'm ready to talk, I will come in there and lay it all out to you. But I gotta
Mhm.
put it together in my head first, and that's what, a lot of women and don't get me wrong, like, they intentions are not bad when
Right.
they trying to jump
At
in.
all.
Again, women wanna help, wanna be involved, right?
Yep.
And as a man, we should involve you somewhat. Also, as a man, we need to communicate our method of handling things. I think that's where things go wrong at
Mhm.
because he may be like the man that I'm describing, right? I
Mhm.
just need a little time to myself, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it.
Yes.
But if I don't tell you that I'm that type of man,
She on your ass.
she on me. You see what I'm saying? Or she gonna take me distancing myself or isolating myself as something personal to her.
Mhm.
It shouldn't be.
Yep.
That's just my method. You know what I mean? But again, as a man, we gotta communicate that in order to stay on the same page. But just because we need to be in isolation for a minute, it don't mean that we love you any less. It don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean that we don't care about you. It don't mean that we not trying to include you in the thought process. It doesn't mean any of those things. All it means is that that's his method, and that's just that.
With us always thinking about so much, what makes you think is what makes it hard for us to just come to a woman just real quick and to know, "Hey, this what I'm doing," or, I mean, this more real quick. I got a couple things to think about. Just give me, an hour, whatever it is. Like, what makes you think that we kinda avoid that or don't just put that little staple in there?
And I think that, when we don't have the answer, we go into panic mode. Men have anxiety as well, it's just expressed differently. You see what I'm saying? Like, a man going through anxiety, he more likely gonna shut down, right? So when we dealing with something that we may not have the answer to right now, and then, like, I would love to let you in on it, but I already feel less than. I already don't feel like myself, so me trying to explain it to you, especially if I ain't fleshed out the plan already,
Mhm.
Imma just be rambling,
Right.
random things to you, and that's gonna make me feel worse.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? To whereas if I just get that time to just go to myself and kinda hash it out, and then I come to you, "Alright, baby, I thought about it,
Right.
boom, this how we can do. I got 2 or 3 options, baby. We can do this one right here. This one might take a little longer, but,
Mhm.
this would be a smart way to go. Or boom, if that don't work, I'm thinking this right here, I'm thinking that. What you think?"
Right.
But at least you come into it with something, you know what I'm saying? As a man, we don't wanna come to our woman and we ain't fleshed out a plan, we ain't got a plan. Because then we feel like, "Okay, you about to save me."
Mhm.
And that ain't gon you know what I mean? That ain't gon go well with our makeup.
I
So,
agree. I agree. So ladies, get that man just a little time, a little breathing room, and he gonna be able to adjust and make the decision that you need.
it's real rap, man. Appreciate the, donation and the question, Maria. This next one is from Olix K. Says, "If a guy tells you he likes you, I have a great 2 months. He offers me money, I remind him, he gets mad, said he hates being reminded. He has been distant and quiet. Should I say anything else?"
He
Yeah.
offers me money, I remind him, he gets mad. He hates being reminded.
Yeah, so it sounded like he done jumped out the window. It's like, "Hey, baby, if you need anything, let me know." Or
Okay,
he might have been privy to a situation she going through. Like, "Ah, baby, don't worry about that. Imma, send you the little 500 for that electric bill. Don't
okay.
worry about that." And then
So
the
she
time
finally
getting close,
got that.
"Hey, baby, you got the 500?" Then he get mad at her for reminding.
Hold on,
He get aggravated.
send a little 250. You little 250 I took.
Why it gotta be little when you old, nigga?
You know, he's always like that. I'ma send a little 250
Why
shit.
it gotta be little when it's your money, man? Why it gotta be
You
little
know
when you
I
owe
got
me?
it. You know I got it.
Uh, damn. You get angry.
That's crazy. You mad as hell.
Um,
Nah, I told you I was gonna do it. Shit.
yeah,
You
I
just asked me yesterday. Now you been distant quiet because you ain't got it.
Hey, that's the real reason. That's the real reason right there.
Nigga hoping you figure it out, man. You gotta figure it out. I'm sorry. He hoping just go away. That's the problem. Nigga hoping just
Nigga thought
shit.
you was gonna forget. You thought you was gonna forget about that little line.
That's crazy. Hey,
He had a play set up. He thought the play was gonna go through, and the
that's
play fell off.
that's
He ain't got the
wild.
5, man.
That's
Now you can
wild.
man it up. Come on, man.
That's messed up.
Oh shit.
But you offered, yeah. Men do that. That's wrong. Fellas, that's wrong. Don't offer for no shit that you can't afford. We talk about that all the time. Don't offer your service if you can't service. Hey, baby, we want you, hey, anything you need, baby. Like, hey, if you get in a hard bind, you know what I'm saying? I got you. 2 weeks later. Yo.
No, he just get aggravated when that money don't come in. Now you mad at her like she did something wrong. That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's our thoughts, man. I think he get mad because he ain't got the money that he offered. That's what it was. I think he oversold, and now he about to under deliver, and you have a bit of an issue coping with that because if I got the bread like that, I ain't really if you remind me, oh damn, my bad, baby. Yeah, my bad. I was dealing with whatever I was dealing with. Boom, I got you though. But if I don't got the money, now I'm getting aggravated. Like, damn, I didn't say when I was gonna give it to you. I told you I was gonna yo, niggas start getting technical. The light bill ain't due till Friday. What's your this Wednesday?
Shit. Yeah, so you asked for the extension? Hey, real niggas know about the extension though. Real niggas know.
Salute to the extension, man.
You asked about the extension?
Salute to the extension, dog.
Shit.
Hell no. But yeah. So again, it was a situation where it was an overpromise and an underdeliver, man. You gotta get rid of bro.
Never mind, I'm about to go on the rant.
What you was about to get into, gang?
Girls need to stop dating niggas that don't have a bank account.
Oh.
Niggas like, they was supposed to deposit on my card, but I lost my card, so I had to get a new card. And they ain't came in yet. So I got my check. You had direct deposit, nigga, you'd have been good.
I said, I gotta start dating the street niggas, nigga. I'll be thinking that money good until the drought come. Now all of a sudden it's a little tight. Now you need to borrow some money for the re-up. Shit, that's what y'all. But again, we ain't gonna say that's the case. Hopefully that's not the case. But if I were you, I would give it somebody who's a little better with communication, a little better with keeping their word, what they said they would come through on. That's just my own opinion. So to Marianne with another donation, man, we appreciate you, baby. That nigga always a fool, man. Big Ant with the 10 ball. We appreciate you, brother. He says everyone needs their space. Just because I want you here doesn't mean every time I want you right here. I need my space to think about other females.
Oh, I was with you until you did that.
Nigga's crazy.
I was with you. Single me would have put that. Right. Single me would have put that.
No, but I mean, he do make a good point though.
Which one you right?
It's the last one. I ain't stepping out. The ones before that, he make a valid point. Appreciate you, big dog. Hold on, where we at? Marianne again, she says, thanks for the advice. We need a crew season focus group. I agree.
What's up? I mean, we got a couple spots that we can come to, You got Patreon, you got the crew season now. I'm just saying we can make it happen. We can make it happen.
Yeah. But see, again, that's what I kind of want this to turn into. I want this to turn into something like a focus group, something like a, you know what I'm saying? We link up weekly, have good conversations, and give useful advice and things of that nature. And we all can take something that we can build on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the goal of this thing is. But I agree, it need to be a more concerted, you know what I mean, effort in that regard, man. We definitely gonna work on that for sure. Real quick before we go any further, man, we appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that like button before we go any further, man. Tap the like button if you ain't tapped the like button already. Make sure that you subscribe to everybody on Instagram. I see y'all. Hey, I ain't have to attack y'all like I did with the women's intuition. Hey, my bad, man. This is how I was feeling in the moment, man. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna call it down the middle, baby. I'm gonna call it.
McDonald's
Uh
ice cream machine, y'all know.
This is a real rap. But yeah, man, make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all subscribe. If you ain't got the Cool Season app, man, the Cool Season app is available. It's exclusive content on there. All of the big interviews and stuff that y'all see us, the Derrick Jacksons, the Hitman Hollers, you know what I'm saying? Those type of people, those type of interviews. You can find those interviews on the app. Cool Season app is available on Apple, Android, Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, Amazon, anywhere that you can download the app, anywhere that you do your streaming. Make sure y'all go there, type in Crew Season, and we gonna pop up, man. It's first 7 days is free. Try the app out, see if y'all like it. Y'all rock with it. It's $4.99 a month after that. So appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We're gonna get to the next one. This is from Crystal Saunders. She says, "How long does it take a man to fall in love?
Where you at?
How
How
long
old
it
are
took you
you?
to fall in love?" Oh,
How old? How long did it take me?
mhm.
Why can't we? Why don't we? Why don't we? Why
Oh,
don't we fall in love?
I ain't know you climb up there. Boy climbed up there.
Every man is different, man. It can take a man 3 months. It can take a man 3 years. Every man is different. Every man is different. Um, I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's the way. Every man is different. That's all I got for you, boo. I'm sorry.
You really got missed that. I think okay, so what are some ways that she could tell if a man is falling in love with her? In comparison to just like I'm not talking about a dude that's trying to manipulate. I ain't talking about a guy who's how can she tell the difference? Okay, this has reached love now. It was like we'd have been dating, we was vibing. Now it done crossed over in the love. What type of behaviors typically exhibited once it done crossed over into love?
The effort and consistency. If you've seen that man had continued to perform at a peak level, he's been consistent in all ways, considerate, thoughtful. The dates are frequent, or however y'all have it slayed out. He can be going out, staying in, whatever conversations. He checks in when he's supposed to. He pulls up, whatever it is. I think after time, he does fall in love. Um, but I think he can love you. He can love you like first 2, 3 months. I think in love, something kind of big has to happen. I think for that in love to come
Mm,
kind of push through. Like it got to be, a real big argument, or it could be you got in a car accident. He thought he was gonna lose you. It's something like something drastic. I think that's when you kind of realize when you in love, you
mm,
can feel like you care about somebody, love somebody, you won't. But I think it just takes certain situations to kind of stamp it,
mm.
and that makes you know, okay, yeah, this is real.
Yeah, I agree with everything bro said. I think, also, I think, like, once a man feel responsible for your livelihood, I think that's when it's love at that point. When we just dating and we vibing, we just having a good time. I don't necessarily feel responsible for your livelihood. You gonna figure it out, you gonna do what you gotta do, and then we gonna link after you get whatever you gotta get sorted out. We hit the ground right from there. When it's just like when it's just we cool. But when I love you, now I'm invested into what it is that you're trying to do, like, invested in what it is that your interests are, invested in what it is that you feel passionate about, and these things that will affect your livelihood. I'm taking a hands-on approach to get in and make sure that everything is solid, make sure everything is straight. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's when it's love. It's like, you know, I'm I feel like I'm a part of your journey. I feel like what you do affects us in a sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, I start thinking in terms of us and we, even when I'm making decisions on my own, when I'm outside or when I'm doing certain things, now I'm taking you into account when I'm making those decisions. So whereas if we just dating, Imma do what I wanna do, and then we gonna link up after I get done doing whatever I wanna do. But if I'm in love with you, now it's like, "Okay, well, damn, would this be respectful toward her if I do this?" Or would this take away from maybe a promise that I done made to her if I do this, you know what I'm saying? Or if I miss this link or whatever we supposed to do, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's when it's love. Now it's like, again, like our livelihood it begins to be tied together. That's how I see it.
One more.
Mhm.
Queen Sheba said that she was trying to shoot a shot, basically saying Libras fall in love quick. I just want to say it ain't love, it's lust. It's love lust. And we get up quick. We may fall quick, but we also get up quick. It can be a fantasy. Libras will sell you a fantasy at the beginning, especially the first 60 days. Woo! You be,
What you used to do to
you
him,
be
huh?
thinking they the one. That's the one that got your ass. Got you.
Gotcha. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
They don't be ready for Libras though. Let's talk about it. We can talk about it real just for 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Y'all can't handle no Libras. Let's talk about it. Y'all can't handle the Libras. The Libras are very romantic. The Libras know what they want. The Libras are very balanced. The Libras are very caring and loving and thoughtful, great listeners. Libras are skilled as hell. They can't handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. That's what it is. Libras are hard to solve, and that's why people don't like Libras.
Mm.
It's not easy. It's not easy, but we're so simple. That's the crazy part.
Mm.
Damn.
That's a bar right there.
See, basically, we complicate. Oh, damn.
That's a bar. That's a bar right there.
Hey.
Well, y'all have it, man. My boy Libra need to put you on the payroll.
Oh man, Libra gang. I know what it is.
So everybody in the chat, speak on it, yes. All right, let me see. Salute to our girl Nisha with the 10 ball, man. We appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate you. Man. She didn't even have a message to prove it, man. We just wanted to show love. Thank you so much, Lula says, how to let go in order to regain trust. How do I let go from a situation in order to gain trust?
Maybe that's a you thing. How to let go? I can't necessarily tell you how to let go, because I know that does take time, especially depends on the amount of time that y'all put together, how much you may have cared about this person, loved about this person. That can take a lot of time. And you may be able to feel or think you have trust, but then it could be the slightest thing that triggers you. You know, that person don't answer your call right away like they've been doing the past 3 months, and because they messed up a year ago, now you're thinking like, "Okay, what this person doing? Now I'm checking their location. Now I'm calling them over and over." So it's up to you. If you are going to regain trust, you have to, one, understand that we're basically starting from scratch. So I have to give this person grace to grow and learn and also understand that I'm still hurting and I'm still dealing with this. So it's gonna take some time, but how do you regain it? It's really up to you. Deciding, hey, I'm okay. I'm over it. Now it's not bothering no more, and all that good stuff. So that's how you. To me.
Yeah, I say distance, man. Just right out of the gate, I think distance and understanding the fact that I can't heal in the same environment that I got hurt in. I think people think that people are arrogant enough to believe that you can do that, and you can't. That's just like somebody trying to recover from, being a drug addict, but they're living in a dope house. It's just not gonna happen, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not smart to do that. I need to get as far away from that as I possibly can and develop my own routine and develop my own identity. I think that's another thing, getting out of a relationship. I think the first thing that needs to be done is you need to figure out who you are outside of that relationship. A lot of times when we're in a relationship with people, we take on or we turn into what's necessary for that relationship to move forward, and that may be, losing a lot of ourselves or losing some of the things that, like, make us us without that person. So I think first things first is kinda, taking some time to really, understand and figure out who this new person is, because you are a new person, especially if, you done been in a lengthy relationship. You are a very new person than last time you was seen. So it's you gotta figure out who that is. In terms of regaining trust, yeah, that's not it's no universal answer, um, for that, but first you gotta ask yourself, is it even worth regaining the trust? It all depend on what the offense is. But sometimes, it's not even worth regaining the trust based on how they went about violating you, because certain things can't be remedied. Some things just is who that person is. Time ain't gonna change that. You getting mad ain't gonna change that. Them getting into a new relationship ain't gonna change that. That person just is who they is. So you gotta, really analyze the fact, like, damn, is this person really remorseful? Like, is this person, was this a one-off? Was this the situation, you know what I'm saying? Or is this really who that person is? And be honest with yourself when you answering that. Take your feelings out of it, take your emotions out of it, take your want to be with that person out of it, and ask yourself, "Damn, like, is this even salvageable?" And if it is, then again, you slow play back into it. Y'all gotta reintroduce yourselves to each other. You can't just, take a little time away and we can pick up where we left off. It don't work like that.
Yep.
We gotta start all the way over. We
All
gotta
the way.
start from scratch. We gotta start from the courting situation to earn that spot back. The mistake that a lot of women make, man, is they, you know, somebody violate or something like that, and would apologize, and he just get to walk right back into the role that he had before the violation. He ain't gonna learn from that. He's not. You see what I'm saying? If anything, that's gonna enable him and empower him to go do even more of what he wants to do. 'Cause I don't feel like you're going nowhere. So, that would be my advice, man. Distance for one, figuring out your new identity, figuring out who you are, what it is that you want outside of being in a relationship, being
Mhm.
tied to somebody, and yeah, man, like, it's gonna take time and figuring out if the situation is even salvageable. That's how I go about it. Appreciate the question, though. Um, we got next, man. My bad, I gotta scroll to the top, man, I'm sorry. Renee from Facebook, she says, "Why do some men want to distance themselves?" Okay, hold on, I think we already answered that one,
A
or
similar
or,
question.
yeah, one similar to it.
Yes.
My boy Matt Washington says, "Do y'all spouses ever disagree with something y'all said on the show and debated with y'all?
Yep.
With love, of course."
Yep. 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 I've had to explain myself when I got in. So when you said, as soon as you walk in the door. Nah, it ain't as soon as you walk in. But yeah, I mean, but I also have to tell my baby too, like sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it is I may have to exaggerate for the show or exaggerate to kind of drive my point home. The reason why I may say things the way I say, or the words I may use. I may intentionally use a word that I know it might just piss you off. I just might do it. But I'm trying to drive that point home, and so sometimes that's really what it was. It was like, maybe a friend sent her something, it was like, "Girl, what?" And I was like, "Babe, what's this? Ooh, what it," and, it's all love. It's constructive criticism. Ain't like you telling me to quit or, nothing like that. It's just like, "Tell me, okay, tell me a little bit more." Like, when you said that, what you mean when you said that?
Mm,
'Cause sometimes and also too, 'cause she used to have, a part back in the day too. She knows sometimes too is sometimes it's just a part of a conversation. And
mm,
my clip may have been on the end of it or the beginning of it, and then later I may, explain a little bit more of what I was trying to say, in the clip. So it'd be good. I don't say nothing that outlandish.
right.
So
Yeah, I don't know if I really had that, man. I think me and my old lady been together so long, like, more times than not, if I say it on the pod, she done heard it already, yeah. 'Cause me and her had these type of conversations all the time, and she kinda tired of hearing my responses and my answers and stuff because, again, we done been rocking so long, but, I mean, have there ever been? Sure. I mean, I think it was but it's not necessarily, malicious. I think it's just more like to understand more of what I meant by that,
mhm. That's it.
whatever the case may be, but but for the most part, nah, she done heard everything I done said typically, within the confines of our own home. That's just real. Appreciate the question, big dog. This next one from Singleton, says, "D Facebook, do you see the doctor on Cam Newton's show?" Yeah, Dr. Bryant. "Do you agree with what she said about him and how he is moving and how that is not healthy as far as his children are concerned?" Yeah, I agree 100%, man. I did a whole live stream on Saturday. If y'all ain't tapped into it, make sure y'all tap into that, Cam Newton live stream. But yeah, she was basically saying, like, he's operating with a, low functioning manner by creating all these broken homes. Cam Newton has 8 kids by 3 different women, and on that show, he said that he wants more kids. And she's like, "Well, that doesn't make sense, because you've already created so many broken homes already." And he was like, "No, it ain't broken up." And she's like, "No, I know what you're gonna say. You take care of your kids, and I don't doubt that you take care of your kids. I'm sure they're all financially taken care of, but it takes a lot more than money to take care of a kid. A kid needs a village. A kid needs, both parents in that situation for them to turn out, at peak optimization or whatever the case may be. The stats say it. It is what it is. I'm not saying that they're not exceptions to the rule. You do have exceptions like a LeBron James, somebody who then came from just a single parent household, the worst of the worst type situation, and turn into who they turn into, a Jay-Z or somebody like that. Those are the exceptions. I think for the most part, the stats say a kid who's in a two-parent household turns out better. That's just what that is. And if you got 8 kids with 3 different women, it's impossible for you to be able to spend the time necessary with those kids that you would need to. You can't do all 8 of them. You can't help all 8 of them with their homework. You can't make all 8 of their dance recitals or 4 football practices, 2 basketball practices. Somebody gonna have to go without. Somebody gonna have to miss something, and that's gonna do damage to the kid. They may not say nothing in that moment, but the older they get, more resentment is gonna set in because my daddy wasn't there in the way that I needed to, or my daddy liked my brother more, my daddy liked my sister more because that's who lived with him, or whatever the case. Like, all of these things is the reality that you're creating for these kids. You may love them all the same, but in their eyes, kids don't care about material things. Kids don't care about those new Jordans that you bought me, or that new outfit, or that new chain that you bought me when you came by to see me for the one time that you seen me last month. When the kid get older and they get to looking back on things, they gonna remember the time. Yeah, man, I remember my daddy used to come to all my football practices. I remember the time me and my daddy went fishing, or, my daddy, was there with me when he taught me how to drive, and, my daddy was at my dance recital, and was at my gymnast practice and stuff like that. Like, that's what kids are gonna remember. But a lot of men feel like just because we got money and we can take care of them from a
Mhm,
material, aspect, that's enough, and it's
mhm,
not. And it's a lot of kids that are a lot of grown people, damn kids, a lot of grown people that are damaged to this day, even though they are successful or deemed successful in their life. They got a good job or went to college and graduated, whatever the case may be, but they still got self-esteem issues and mental damage because my parent couldn't be there. I was at Trinity with a bunch of kids that was rich, bunch of kids that was driving Benzes to school and all of their own places and stuff like that, and we would and they would be on the football team with me and stuff like that, and I'd be chopping it up with them, and I'm like, "Hey, man, your people coming to watch it?" He say, "My dad never watches me. My dad has never been to a game. He's always working. He's always doing this, or he's always doing that." And, like, that type of shit, like, that's eating away at him as a grown man, that my dad never was able to make it to that. But as a parent, you thinking, "Well, damn, I gave you a roof over your head. I put clothes on your back. I took care of you. I
pay
paid
for
for
your
you to play the
tuition.
sport. I'm
Mhm,
paying for your tuition right now. That ain't enough? Not enough. It's the time, the intentionality, and it is impossible to have intentionality with all 8 kids and make them feel it if they in 3 different households." So, that's just my take.
even to take it to a separate angle, but still dealing with kids, like, even working too much. I think about, like, Tom Brady in his profession.
Mm,
Him working too much cause was one of the causes of his divorce.
right.
She wanted him at home with the kids, helping raising them, being at the events, but, you know, his job and his passion, took a lot of time out of his day. He had to be in the gym, he had to go work out, he had to stretch, he had to be watch film, he had to be at the facilities just to throw routes and, talk meet with the coaches and
Mhm.
all that stuff took time because he wanted to be great. That's just what it was. He wanted to be the best of the best. And there are certain jobs when you are going after that top of the top, that success, like, you also have to realize what you're doing on the back end and who you're hurting and who is looking up to you. Because again, going back to what he was saying, yeah, we can have everything that we need, but the one thing that we don't have is you. When I wake up, you're not here. You already gone.
Mm,
When I go to sleep, you're not here. And that's 5, 6 times a week, I don't really see you. If I do see you, it's right before we go to bed or when I wake up, then you're gone for the day again. So, yeah, you really have to spend time with your kids and make time for the kids because when they're young like that, those little memories are, it just means the world. And that's what makes their face light up when they see you is because of time that you do spend with them.
yeah, that's real. I mean, it's real easy to just rationalize it, right? Like, I'm trying to provide this lifestyle for you. That's why I gotta be gone so much. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, you know, you have to be there every day. I know that that's not realistic, especially with a lot of us, what it is that we try to build in certain professions and certain things that it's gonna have to be things sacrificed. But I think it should be a concerted effort when you do have the time to be intentional with that time and spend that time
And
with your
learn to
kids.
maximize that time, yep.
You know what I mean? And let them know, "Hey, boom, I gotta go do this," and explain it to them. Like, "Hey, look, I gotta go do this. I'm gonna be gone a couple days. When I get back, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing that. Be ready." And stand on your word. Don't promise them nothing that you can't deliver on because, that right there is the fastest way to break a kid, and a lot of parents be thinking that just because the kid don't speak on it or just because the kid's, "Okay, dad, I understand," that they good with it and that they cool and that they understand, and deep down they not. Deep down, the effects of that is gonna come out in another way, and it may be detrimental to the so, yeah. So just to answer the question, yeah, I mean, I think she was dead on. I think that Cam got defensive, um, and she tried to coddle him as much as she could in terms of explaining, what her intention was behind it, and, I think it was righteous in terms of her, you know, criticism, but I felt like it was necessary for him. Yeah, hopefully he was able to take something from that, but, yeah, I don't, agree with the whole Nick Cannon thing. I'm getting women pregnant every week. I'm just trying to have as many seeds out here as possible. I ain't rocking with that. I'm not. But please stay on. Alright, man, we're gonna get one last one in, and we're gonna wrap this thing on up. Alexi Poe from Facebook says, "What is the fine line between a man
Hmm,
leading in a relationship and being controlling in a relationship?" Thoughts on that all?
that's great. That's a great question. Um, a first thought, I would say one would be not having a reason as to why. Whatever he's explaining to you or trying to lead, he doesn't have a reason, he doesn't have a plan, he doesn't have a focus on why he's doing what he's doing. I think that's one of the main things, just him because he got the money, he's gonna shut you up, or because he know he has control because you're not paying any bills or, things like that. I think that's the difference, between, leading and controlling. Just for example, let's say you are a stay-at-home mom. Him just saying, "Hey, just hit," like, "Oh boy, hit me when you need something." But you hit him and you be like, "Hey, man, well, why the hell you hit me for this? You know I'm paying all the bills already. Why you hitting me for some money? Why you trying to go shopping? I'm paying all the bills already." I think that's more so controlling versus you saying, "Hey, babe, I put 1,000 over here for you to go take care of you. what you need to take care of for the month, you know, so don't hey, you if you go crazy with it, that's on you, whatever it is, something like that. It just come with communication, explaining, just effective. That's I say bottom line.
Yeah, I think the difference is the intention of the direction. A lot of men give direction just based to kinda soothe their ego, and some men give direction based on, "Hey, this is the best thing that I know for both of us in terms of, like, what we're trying to get to and the destination that we're trying to reach. This is the best way to go." And I know you may have ideas or whatever, and you may have input and suggestion, and Imma hear you out. But if I feel like that's not gonna get us there quicker, or if I feel like my plan is better, it's on me to make that final call. That's what leadership is, you see what I'm saying? If I'm just like, "Nah, I wanna make a decision because I'm the man, I don't give a damn what you present, even if it's better than my idea, I'm going this way regardless." So I feel like how open is that man to taking counsel? How open is that man to listening to your ideas, and is he really considering it, or is he just, waiting on you to get done talking so he can do what he wanna do anyway? I think that's gonna tell you the difference between somebody who's trying to control you and somebody who's trying to be a real leader within the relationship. Like, what's the goal behind it? Is it to stroke ego, or is it to get to the destination? And I feel like, how that person moves in other aspects of their life is gonna answer that question for you when you dealing with them. That's why it's so important to vet people, pay attention to how they treat other people, pay attention to how they move in other aspects of their life, because that's gonna let you know, "Okay, now this person's all ego," or, "This person really give a damn." Because I've seen him advise people over here, and and he took maybe a loss that he didn't have to take to make sure that they improved, or their situation got better, or, he didn't stand to gain nothing over here when he gave these people that advice, you know what I'm saying, or he tried to help people over here, and they elevated because of that advice, you know what I'm saying? So now when he telling me something, this man got a track record of trying to improve and trying to help people. He's got a track record of just having a good heart, as opposed to somebody who just leads with their ego, you know what I mean? So that's how I see it.
Really quick, somebody said, "A leader is in control." It's the same difference. Do you agree? I disagree. I think that a leader doesn't mind giving up control. A leader understands that I may not be strong in this area, and for this situation, I can back off or step to the side or be right next to him. I don't have to be out in the front and take charge and lead this particular situation. So I disagree that leader is in control.
I agree with that as well. I think it's a difference between a leader and a bully, right? It's certain people who are just bullies, and they disguise that as leadership. I think a leader understands that I don't know everything. I'm not strong in other areas. I'm gonna surround myself with people who can step in and fill the holes that are my weaknesses. That's what leadership is. It's like bro just said, you may be strong in this area, so my leadership is gonna allow me to delegate to you. But if I'm a bully, I don't give a damn how strong
We
you are in
crash.
it. We going my way. I'm willing to drive this car off the road just to say that it was my decision. We went my way, did what I said to do. I feel like that's a bully. A leader is a bit more open-minded and a bit more rational, in my opinion. But on that note, man, we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. Make sure y'all tap that like button on the way out, man. This has been the first Tuesday of the Kickback Q&A.
Do
Again,
this. I
we're
do
gonna try to
this.
keep this thing going every week, every Tuesday, man.
Ain't
We're gonna
no
be right back here.
arguing. Ain't
I'm tired. I'm tired of her.
talking about shit. Keep it pushing.
That's it, man. But again, we appreciate everybody tapping in. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate y'all, man. Again, we're gonna try to branch out even further. We're gonna try to involve Twitch in here next time. Man, what's the other one? I can't remember the other one. But we're gonna figure out. We're gonna try to add more avenues and become more, accessible, man. And I feel like to just build on this momentum that we've been building. We appreciate everybody that done been rocking with us. Everybody day one supporters to the yesterday support. We appreciate y'all. On that note, gone.